Sorry. Hello. I am back for day two, right? But that's because I am so freaking pissed. I am really pissed, you guys, because first and foremost, when I'm doing this true crime, this crime, the missing, the exploited, and the murdered black women or women of color, I'm serious about it. And so when I see a story or a missing person, I pick that story up. That's what I said I was going to do, and that's what I was going to do. Now, since doing that, I have noticed that I have had like two stories that this is the second one. The first one was the Alexis where I felt kind of strange about that. Something in my gut told me it was more going on. And then, excuse me, as I visit my buddy's Ratchet TV Media, shout out to him. These clips that I have is coming from his channel. So a big shout out to him. And for full video, go over and check him out. This brother digs deep, right? So the Lexus Ware story, I was a little shaky about. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and run it anyway. She's missing. Come to find out, it was some fugazi shit going on with that. So then I said, I picked up another story. And yesterday we did the Felicia Johnson story. Hey, Cloud, what's going on, baby? Dishing with Dev. Well, here's the strangest thing. When I had posts that I was going to do this missing person story, someone made a comment, girl, fake as fuck, right? So Diva told me about it. She said, did you see that, Tiva? And she screenshot and sent it to me. And as a content creator, we all are aware with. So I'm thinking, I don't have no beef with her, so I don't think she calling me fake as fuck. I wonder if she talking about the story. She never got back to me because I wrote under the post, hey, are you talking about me or the story? I didn't think she was talking about me. So she's talking about the story, right? I believe she was talking about the story. She hasn't gotten back to me. Well, come to find out, the story allegedly is a scam. And I'm going to get into that. It's a scam. Is this girl really missing or what really happened to her? And I'll tell you why that we are coming to we're actually coming to the conclusion that this is a scam. And when I break this shit down to you and show you some of these clips, you'll go, oh, you're going to think a little different. But I never intend to cast judgment upon anyone. Hey, the sister was missing. I said I would run the missing story, and I did just that. Nor do I intend to hurt or bring harm to the family of the victims, if she's a victim, right? And so with that being said, I'm going to do this because everything is alleged. So let me run this right quick so I can cover myself, okay? Now, this is strictly for purpose of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, and reenactment or whatever. Is protected under the Copyright Act of 1976, Section 107. Now, everything in this is alleged, again, alleged. But so we got into the story of Felicia. Remember Felicia? I said, oh, yeah, this sister is missing. She went over to Houston to celebrate her birthday, and she wanted to do a little dancing while she was there. But so happened, she's missing now. Well, now it's called bullshit because actually I felt a little strange when I was watching her father. I told you I do a lot of body language studying. So I was studying the body language, and I noticed that he don't seem like he too upset. Now he's talking, but again, people don't always show their emotions the same way, right? So I said, but something seemed kind of off about this, but I'm going to do the story anyway. So when I did the story, I told you about the father and Cornell X. Both of them. I ran a newspaper clip, did it, right? Come to find out, I go over to my boys Ratchet TVs yesterday, and this brother have so much evidence. Allegedly, she's not missing. Now, I'll show you something that he showed on his channel yesterday. So I don't think the sister is missing. And probably when the girl said, when she wrote under my post, girl fake as fuck, the girl from Houston, I believe, she probably knew the story was a little sketchy. But I didn't. I did it as a missing person. This is a 24-year-old sister, da da da. But I did look at her and I said to myself, how would he know so much? Who told him he was missing? According to what he said, he had just driven to Houston from San Diego, right? But who told him his daughter was missing? He said she was down there with family and friends, and he was adamant that she wasn't with anybody else but herself. Come to find out, Ratchet TV dug deep, and she was with someone. And when he was on Ratchet TV panel, Ratchet asked him, say, are you sure she wasn't with anyone? Because I heard she was with someone. And he was like, no, I know my daughter, she don't run with anybody. And I know she was down there by herself and with family celebrating her birthday, and something is not right. I think someone has my daughter. Now, that was like a red flag to me too, because why would he say, I think someone has my daughter? And then they, went into saying they're going to hunt the person down. Well, Mr. Johnson, and I don't know if this is her real biological father, because when you see some things that I'm showing you, like these videos I'm about to show you, and you hear some things, you would think, I wonder if that's her real dad, because if it's her real dad, then there's some weird shit going on. So let me show you this picture. Now, he said he didn't know, he had just flew down there and he hadn't seen his daughter, right? This is allegedly Mr. Johnson. This was on the 24th, prior to her birthday. Like I said, shout out to Ratchet TV because it's his clips that I'm using. Now, this was her girlfriend Hazel and do you see Dad behind her with another young lady? I just took a picture of it because I didn't want to run the brother's video. But do you see Dad? So it makes you question, hey, dude, you said you was down there because somebody had kidnapped you. You had got a private PI, and come to find out, you partying with her. Y'all talking about happy birthday, and you throwing up drinks with her and her friends. So that makes you wonder, is this a scam? And shortly after that, and he commenced to tell us that his daughter is missing, he sets up a GoFundMe. Remember, I said, hey, if y'all want to, y'all could donate to his GoFundMe. So, is his daughter missing or isn't she missing? Now, I have speculations. I believe some things, along with a lot of us believe that perhaps Mr. Johnson is not the daddy that we think he is, the father that we think he is. Because for one, he's hanging out with his young kids, and that's okay because I celebrate with my children to a certain extent, and they all grown, when is their birthday. But this doesn't it doesn't look like that. And if you would have heard the video, you would have thought, something's not right. So then Ratchet dug a little deeper, and he's all in their social media, and he finds out that day he was with his daughter. He was celebrating her 24th birthday. And then he pulled out another picture that I thought, damn, this is strange, because if my husband would put his hands on my daughter like this and she gladly dressed like this, I'll have a serious problem. Now, that doesn't say that the girl is not missing now or something happened to her, but I do believe the dad knows what's happened to her, if that is the dad. But again, this is the picture of Mr. Johnson and Quinnell X.
Disappeared 10 days ago, and her father says a reward may be increased in order to bring in more tips. Jason Miles is live from Bear Creek Park, where Johnson's family says her phone was found. Jason?
Okay, that's not the one. This is the...
I can't put it into words. I'm trying to hold myself together and not just break down, and I don't know where my baby is or what's being done to her.
That's strange. I don't know where my baby is and what's being done to her. So right there made me question, how do he know someone has his daughter and he don't know what's being done to her? So what I believe is Mr. Johnson allegedly knows what happened to his daughter, if that's his daughter. In fact, he could be involved with the daughter's disappearance. He was there in Houston. Now, they say she went to Houston to celebrate her birthday, but she wanted to make extra cash, right? So she went to this club. As I stated yesterday, it was told by one of the dancers of the sisters one of the ladies who danced at the sisters club said, it's an exclusive place. Someone has to take you there. So he was saying, no, no. How do you know she caught the Uber? Remember I questioned that yesterday? Well, how do they know she caught an Uber? Do they know if it was a man or a woman who picked her up when the Uber didn't come? How do they know all these things, right? So that right there was kind of like a red flag, because I had questions all the time. I just was not trying to be too judgmental or too harsh, because it's a possibility that the girl is really missing. But what happened to make her go missing? Now, were they all at that club? This is just me. I believe they all was at that club. Perhaps Felicia went out with someone, and here's the sketchy part why Mr. Johnson perhaps could be concerned, because she didn't return. Now, where did he get her cell phone from? And how would he have known to go there and get her cell phone? And if I'm not mistaken, he didn't turn over the cell phone to the police until later. So what was in that cell phone? Because we see Mr. Johnson partying with her on the day that he claimed she went missing. Not to say that after they was partying at that house, wherever they was at, they went over to this club and something happened from there. So I'm wondering if Mr. Johnson is daddy or daddy. What type of daddy? What were those girls doing with him? So my thing is, he didn't ever go into that club, and perhaps they didn't even really go into that club. But if they did, and they knew that club was about making money, hey, Sassy, BB Nice, hey, beautiful, congratulations, Grandma. Did Mr. Johnson accompany those girls to that club, knowing that they were there to get the bag? And perhaps Felicia left with somebody that she was going to get the bag from and didn't return. And the reason why I say I'm kind of skeptical, and I think it may be a scam like a lot of us think, is because he did a GoFundMe right after he said his daughter was missing. He did a GoFundMe. But you said you paid a private investigator, and private investigators aren't cheap, because you said the private investigator was the ones who found her cell phone and told you, right? That this is sad. It would be sad. So the private investigator found the cell phone, gave you the cell phone, and you didn't give it to the police. But you knew she left with somebody from that club because she got tired of waiting for Uber, right? So Mr. Johnson may be a certain type of daddy and took them girls down there because they probably wanted to go. And again, remember I mentioned yesterday that sometimes dancers, adult entertainers travel, together, and they do traveling adult dancing, stripping, or whatever you want to call it, adult entertainment. They do it together. So my mind is telling me, and this is all alleged, this is just me and my mind wandering. My mind is telling me that those girls went to Houston with the intentions to work, and someone told them that they could go to that club, and perhaps that club did turn them down. Allegedly, they said the club didn't hire women of color. And we come to find out that's not true, because it's women of color that work there. And like the girl on Ratchet TV Media said, she was on a platform. She said, someone has to bring you to this club. This is an exclusive club that pays money. So is this all a scam? And so I'm going to show you something else. Now, keep in mind your father. Here's another picture. It was like, damn. And I'll tell you what it is. Give me a minute. Now, this is our girl Felicia and her friend, her good friend, who's in Houston with her. That Ratchet TV spoke to her, so he knows that she's in Houston with Felicia. Look at our girl Felicia. Yeah, that's Felicia is on my right, so it would be on your left. That's her OnlyFans. Now, baby, get it the way you get it. Get your bag. And guess who follow her OnlyFans? And who comments on her OnlyFans? Her father. Now, would your father be on your OnlyFans when you have all that hanging out and you doing whatever you do to make money? So I'm thinking, now what kind of daddy was he? Was he her handler, possibly? And those girls handler and took them to Houston and some shit popped off? Because it was strange he named the two brothers who own the club. And so them two brothers have a lot going on. And I thought they was Russian because that's what was said at first. But they're not Russian. I believe they Iranian. And they have a lot of clubs. And they have a huge mansion. And guess where the mansion is at? California. So were they there to get the bag and perhaps something went wrong and now his ass is scared because he knew he accompanied those girls down there? Allegedly, all this is alleged. Remember, it's alleged. This is just what's going through my head and others. Could Mr. Johnson possibly have been the pimp and he was pimping his daughter out and them girlfriends? Because that's no father, real concerned father, act like that. And you wouldn't be around your daughter dressed like that and hugging on her. His hands was by her ass, nearly. See, my father wouldn't do that. In fact, my father wouldn't have his hands on me like that. My father would have told me, get your ass in there and put on some clothes. You're not going, grown or not, you can't come around me like that. So what type of father or daddy was he? Is Mr. Johnson and them running a scam on us with the GoFundMe? Because you have money to travel there. You have money for a PI, which was a little shaky to me too. Now, allegedly, this gentleman, Quinnell X, is known for, scams in regards to things like this. And that's who's with him, this Quinnell X. So I don't know. You guys have to be the judge of that. To me, like I said, these stories are serious. And if this is a hoax or a scam, because the girl did say she go get her bag. In other words, it don't matter. She's going to get her bag. And if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. Right? So were they all a scam? What is this a scam? Were they all in it and probably something happened to her? Did they really recover a phone with blood on it? This is made up because this is Mr. Johnson on the night of her birthday. They all partying. And that's the girl, Hazel, the light-skinned one, that's on the side of Felicia. That's her, the one who spoke to Ratchet TV Media. She spoke to him and said she was with Felicia. The father is with Felicia, but he lied and said he traveled there and got there because somebody told him his daughter was missing. No. No one told you your daughter was missing. I think you traveled there with your daughter and those girls, and you guys thought they were going to get a bag. Now, you probably had her cell phone because they say, now I don't know, I've never done that type of work before, but they say when you have handlers and pimps and stuff, they normally have your stuff, hold your stuff, send you out to do what you want. So I'm not saying that this man is pimping her or he pimped her. I'm just saying the shit looks real strange, you guys. To me, he's the other type of daddy. The daddy that them girls work for and bring them him their cash. That's the type of daddy. Allegedly. I want to make sure I say, I don't know for a fact. I just think it's weird. I found it uncomfortable when I saw the pictures, and to think that her father would be on her OnlyFans commenting on her and those other girls, I just find that very strange to be coming from a real father, you know? And when they asked about the mother, he hurried up and brushed Ratchet TV off about the mother. Don't worry about her. She ain't, no, don't involve her. So, what's really going on with Felicia Johnson and Kevin Johnson? Now, again, they deleted their social media. A girl went back to read a post, and the social media postings were deleted. Why delete them? Saying what really went on. And I don't know if that person who made that comment under the post know that the shit was fake, and that's why they said, girl, fake as fuck. You know, they made a comment. Somebody erased it. I don't know why. But anywho, I have the screenshot of it, and I was like, I wonder why would they say that? Because I believe that person knew the story was fake, but how did they know? If you're in here and my bushes drop down, because I like to know if you knew the story was fake and that's why you made that post under my video, or you were talking about something else. But it is strange. So would you guys think that was her father? And if it was her father, isn't that some weird behavior? And he said he's going to stay in Houston until he find her. And, you know, he need help. And he had set up the GoFundMe. But you set up the GoFundMe right after you announced that she was missing. So you drove to Houston without money or anything, but you had hired a PI prior to that. So I thought the man had a little change. Again, my belief, this is what I believe, is that, hey, Miss Baby Brown, is that they all went there to make money. And something may have happened. Perhaps she went out with a gentleman or whomever and didn't make it back, and now he's afraid, he's scared. So they put that narrative out there because I know you got my baby. I know you doing something to her. That shit just sounds weird to just jump off and say that at the beginning, like you know something and you're not telling everybody. But so I was so pissed. I was like, man, I really thought this sister was, you know, missing. And, you know, I ran the story and I'm saying, hey, you know, donate to his GoFundMe. He in Houston trying to hang out until they find his daughter. And it's bullshit. It's pure bullshit. Ratchet TV, again, I got those clippings from him. Is much more. I didn't want to use his stuff because it's his intellectual property. I am giving him the shout out and giving him credit. But we were over there last night for a long time, and he has all kinds of receipts. And with the receipts he have, you would say that it was a scam or a hoax. It's very suspect. Like I said, I had some questions. I look at people's body language, and no, you don't have to come out. Oh, my daughter missed. I can't get myself together. No, you don't have to do that. But most people react different than, yeah, I'm just gonna be here. My daughter missing. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just gonna find her. And like I said, he did the interview with Ratchet TV, and then check this out. Ratchet TV told us the man and showed us he wrote all kinds of foul shit to Ratchet TV. Called him all kind of F words. You know, you better watch it. I'm going to have my people looking at you. MF, remove my daughter's stuff from your page. And during the broadcast, you know, during Ratchet TV's broadcast, he never said anything inappropriate, but he did question him. And perhaps somebody may have told him, say, hey, listen, you was over on that brother platform. Because listen, we all watch social media and you never know who knows who. But perhaps he told him, hey, listen, you over there on that brother's TV, man, he gonna dig deep. Because he went and dug out the politicians who was connected with these brothers and stuff. And their cases, you know, their court cases, they have been sued by women saying that they weren't paid their salary and bad things went on there, you know, went on when they was working there and stuff. So he dug really deep. And tonight he's supposed to do a part 2 because he has more receipts. But again, it was a lot of text messages. the father was included in the text messages, and the girl alluded to like she got one over on us, like got y'all, nothing I do don't involve me getting the bag. That's exactly what she was saying. Nothing I do don't involve me getting the bag. I'm all about the bag. So, did they do a hoax? I don't know. You guys could be the judge of that. But like I said, the father is partying with them. The so-called father. Now, he looked like the same man to me. Some people question, was that the same gentleman that I had showed y'all earlier? Who was saying he just won his daughter back in the video? Is that the same man as the man in that picture? They look the same to me. That look like him. That looked like perhaps he may have lost a little weight, but that's definitely Felicia and the girl Hazel, and the young girl is behind them. So this is what I think. This is what I think. I think they all traveled to Houston to make a bag. And if something, if the girl is really missing, or they find her and something has happened to her, like find her deceased or something, then perhaps he knows more than what he let on. No, I'm not a ratchet minion, but I definitely go over there and watch him. And if I see something that I, like, I'm not a minion. I'm not anyone's minion, but I go over there like I visit other channels. Move around, brother. Move around with the Messiah, because you ain't the Messiah either. But anywho, so you guys make sure if you want to hear all of it, then you go over there. But I do believe that Ratchet TV do have receipts, what we call receipts, and I believe they legit receipts. And the man was on his show, and he was a little fishy to me then. He's always been a little fishy, I didn't believe that he that this was a true story at one point, because like I said, I had so many questions, like, how did he get the cell phone? Who called him? He's so adamant she was by herself, probably because he didn't want to implement those other girls. But like I said, the girl was with her. She made videos of them together that night. So I don't believe the girl is missing. Unfortunately, people would do crazy shit like this. I don't know why, because there's so many missing women out there, and that we want to make sure we shine light on and keep them in the forefront for awareness, because it's happening a lot. But when you get shit like this done, it makes you leery, like, but I don't want to feel that way. I'm gonna continue to run stories. Hers just happened to be, I believe, allegedly a scam. I believe it's a scam. Yep. It is a shame. It would be a shame, because you got people out there really spending money and their time searching for that girl. And if she's not missing, and this all was a hoax, then that's a shame, because they could be using that manpower somewhere else. And like I said, it was clearly said to us without any doubt that someone has to take you to that club. That's not a club you walk in and say, hey, I want to dance, to audition to dance. Someone have to take you there, because it's considered an exclusive club and people spend a lot of money there, So somebody took her there, and it could have been the so-called daddy. Is he the daddy? Is he the pimp? Is he the handler? I don't know. But I tell you one thing too. I looked for an update today. I didn't see an update. I don't believe they searching for her anymore. I don't believe they searching for her anymore. Maybe they found out that this is not right. And so the Houston Police Department probably backed off, because they probably figured something out that we don't know. They don't tell the public everything, they just in a search. So I don't know, but that's all I really wanted to tell y'all. And I feel so bad, because I was so into that. It's like, oh, not another sister of color, come on, they need to see what's going on. We got to do better. We got to get really involved as a community, because there's too much of this happening. But when you got people doing shit like this, they're not going to want to get involved. That's just a fact. Because I'm like, damn, I ran the story. I really believed in the story. Now you gonna come and tell me that this shit is a scam and a hoax, maybe? Wow. But still, I did it, and I'm not gonna stop doing it. But because if somebody tell you someone missing, you take it for what they tell you. And then a lot of those women are still missing and they become cold cases. So we don't know what's going on with them. Like I said, Houston is really big. Houston is a popping city. So, a lot goes on and they are close to the border. And they said so they had an increase in missing persons and sex trafficking and human trafficking, period. You know, and that right there, it happens a lot. They had a lot of cases. So I believed it. But no, I think they was getting the bag, you guys. I think they were getting the bag and they still may be getting the bag, or probably they headed back to Cali. Like I said, they may be girls that travel in a pack, and they travel to these exclusive clubs to get their bag. So I don't know. At this point, my belief is that the girl is not missing. That's my belief. And if she is, then they know what happened to her because they were right there. You never heard about the woman, who told him that she caught a Uber. I mean, that someone offered her a ride. The lady gave him a lot of details, just don't make no sense. Most people in places like that, as far as I know, they are told not to say anything. You don't answer no questions. Everything is scripted. If somebody come in here ask you questions, this is what you say. Now, maybe that's a part of the script that you say, oh yes, she caught her Uber didn't come and somebody offered her a ride. Maybe that's part of the script. But a lot of times in a place like that, and from just what I've read and some of the receipts that I saw, those people don't play about theirs. And their reputation is not that great. It was a lot of comments being made about how it's a bad club to work at. But the girls also was on the platform last night saying what the club was about. And they had worked there. They had worked there, knew of people who worked there, and they was telling us a little bit about it. So I tend to believe it was a hoax, guys. But it ain't nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do about it. Now, I'm going to move on from that and I'm going to wrap this up. What is really going on these streets? I don't like to get too involved, but there's some crazy stuff going on the beef sector that I noticed too. And I did want to say this. And I say what I say and I leave it alone. I don't find Mama D as no victim. I know they say she's doing a world tour about something with her and Sir King getting money and they feel as though that he took advantage of her. No, she's not saying she's a victim and he took advantage of her. She offered some of that money and then I guess he borrowed some. However, he's not the only one that get cash apps, super chat, and people willing to help them. Some people genuinely like these content creators. And if they get in the bind and they come on here, y'all could call it dry begging or whatever you want, and they say a little bit, then some people are apt to help him. It doesn't matter. See, I used to think too, because of me and the way I was brought up and the way today, I will not disrespect an elderly person. I just won't do. Now, if you sitting there cussing me out, dragging me, and doing all that, then I'm not too sure that I'm going to look at you and say, hey, oh, she's 78 years old, she's 70, she's 60. I'm not going to say nothing to her. No, because you're disrespecting me. So you don't give a shit about my feelings. So why should I care about your feelings? See, I don't feel sorry for Mama D. I don't, because she was cussing people out. Now, she has never cussed me out, and I'm a respecter because she is an elderly lady. But had she cussed me and done something to me, I probably could say more. But I definitely seen her cussing other people here for Sir King. And not that I don't know if he asked her to do it, but she did it because she liked him and she went in defense mode for him, I guess, defend him. So I don't see her as being a victim. I don't feel sorry for her really. I don't feel sorry when people are part of this bullshit and then they take this apology tour. That don't work for me. It may work for some other people, but if you was part of the mess, you still a part of the mess. You doing just what everyone else does. They go and they apologize to the people they done cussed out. So you cussed out all those people, and now you go into all those people platform and you are asking for forgiveness. That's fine. That's fine to ask for forgiveness, and it's up to them whether they receive the forgiveness or not, right? But I'm just saying, he's not the only one that's taking money probably from elderly people. Senior citizens. They're over here too. We know a lot of people. That's like taking money from a mentally ill person. That person is mentally ill, and perhaps from what they say or tell you, they may be on a fixed income. That don't stop you from taking their cash app or super chats. It don't stop you. So she ain't no different. So, that apology tour shit, that don't work for me. That really rubs me the wrong way, because you bold enough. Hold on. My damn dog forever barking. Hold on. You round talking shit, to everybody, and then you expect them to accept your apologies. You was doing it. You was doing it willingly. So you was also, thank you, Keisha. You also was giving your money willingly too. Now, what he borrowed from you, he should pay back. I don't give a shit what you do or say to him, how many apology tours, how many people platform you go on. If he owe it, he should pay it back to you. That's only right, because that's borrowed money. But if you was giving it to him, it's okay. You was giving it to him. Hopefully you guys could work this out. But I just noticed everywhere I went, even if I just hung in the bushes maybe for a couple of minutes, I saw Mama D. So it reminds me of Tracy D. No shade to you, Tracy D. I don't have anything with you. But she did the same thing when her and Five fell out. She started doing her apology tour and going around and telling, the worst of the worst of their relationship. And she was accepted back because people apologize. And we know that's just the game down here that they play. So you cool with it. That's okay. But I don't, again, me, this is just my 2 cents. I don't feel sorry for Mama D. I don't look at her as being an elderly lady. You was not too elderly and didn't require so much respect that you didn't cuss folk out. Yeah, you cuss folk out. So, I mean, why should people respect you? I'm not sure that's what she asked for. Again, like I said, I just overheard it. I heard Sir King was super duper upset about it. Like I said, he took money just like everybody else. If you cash at me a super chat, thank you, baby. Thanks, Viv. Hey, Keitra. If you super chat cash at me, I'm gonna take it. I am. If you cuss me and you elderly, 9 times out of 10, I might think about, she elderly. Don't say nothing to her. She older. But then if you keep doing it, or I see that's just what you do, I'm going to cuss you back. I'm going to lose respect for you, because there's boundaries and there's a level of respect for everybody. And that's one thing I try to do. I try to maintain my respect for everybody, until they disrespect me. And then it's like, fuck it, you don't respect me, I'm not going to respect you. But I don't feel sorry. And I'm, people, he abused her. She's an elderly woman. He ought to be ashamed of himself. No more ashamed of himself than if you would have took the damn money and then y'all would have fell out. She would have did the same thing to you. Money is money, So I heard a little bit of that and I was like, oh man, this is crazy. But again, it seems like I'm always the black sheep when it comes to some things like this, because I don't see anything wrong. I don't. She rocked with him for a long time. She was over there cussing folks out and doing some shit, you know? And she really liked him. And now, whether she took him on as a son, a play son, a virtual son, or whatever their relationship is, we probably will never know the full truth of it because both of them are basically trying to defend themselves. You know, Sir King feels some kind of way. You know, I definitely haven't been over there, but from hearsay, when a person cash app and super chat, I think that is a gift, and they wanted the person to have it because it asks for you to verify your gift. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think when somebody is freaking weird as fuck though. Why is it so weird? Why is it so weird, Duchess? He took money like all the other content creators. What's weird? Because she's a lady of a particular age? No, she gifted him that money. Now, what's weird, what may be weird, and I may question, is why would you borrow money from somebody on YouTube? But apparently they had that relationship. And like I said, I'm only going on the bits and pieces I picked up because I really haven't been over here that much. But when I picked that up, I was like, oh shit, they gonna drag the hell out of him. They are gonna drag him, you know, spin that narrative. So he just needs to get ready for it. He's not exempt, you know? And they did just that. It seemed like everywhere I went, you know, I don't care. I might have went to 3 content creators, and I know she's gonna kill me. I know she's gonna kill me. It's because Diva calls me and tell me, go over there, girl, lay on some. She know I've been hanging out other places, and a lot of times she'll tell me that, and I just like, okay, and I don't even go. I don't go. She said, I'm sick of you throwing me under the bus, but it's the truth. I swear it's because Diva will tell me, girl, lay over on somebody else's, and oh, they over there, Mama D over there. Go look at Mama D. Oh, she over there. And I'm like, damn, she everywhere. She's on a tour to smear his name. But that's what happens over here. But again, I don't find her as no victim. I don't feel no kind of way. I don't feel sorry for her. I definitely don't. And like I said, I'm me. I'm me. Whether she Ellie is, oh, I thought it was bullshit. And it hurt me to my heart when I saw how they used to cuss Mr. Carruthers out. But then I said, Mr. Carruthers is over there. He's in the shit. They not going to give him no level of respect, no different than the younger kids. Because if you look at it, I wouldn't expect my grandmother to be up here, right? And if my grandmother was up here talking shit to people, then I would expect that my grandmother get shit talked back to her. That's just it. I wouldn't see it as, oh, my grandmother is 75 years old. They better respect her. She deserves respect. Yeah, in my humble opinion, and how I feel, I respect elderly people, but I respect everybody, young and old, until they disrespect me. That's a fact. You give what you get. That's just is it, you guys. So I don't know what everybody is all up in arms for. If they up in arms, I don't care. Duchess is okay. So she too old to get attached to a YouTuber, knowing how it goes down. These people sit here, you guys, and this is where I guess I don't have the same kind of sympathy or empathy that you guys do. They here every night watching these people cuss folks out, drag. They know what it gives over here. They know the scams just like everybody else. They know what it gives. So how can you feel sorry for them? What's worse? Because she that's even worse. What's even worse? Because she's an older lady. But did people view her as an older lady when she was cussing folks out? It's weird that these people feel the need to give all this money to strangers who really aren't doing anything difficult. Now, I'm gonna say this, Duchess. When some people have YouTube as their full-time employment, right? So it's just like if we paying a cable company, baby. You pay a cable company to watch their shows. So you pay these people for entertaining you. It's all entertainment. It's when you cross boundaries. So it's entertainment. So if I'm here and I'm listening to a good roast and gag, and I mean they dragging the hell out, and I really enjoyed it, I may super chat you something, you know, or cash app you for your entertainment, because that's what it is, an entertainment application. So they say everything they do here is for entertainment, right? So I don't see anything wrong with people making money. People make plenty of money, you know. Come on now, nobody checking for Sir King. He's too controlling. I'm not checking for him either. Like I said, I think Sir King, like other content creators, have created quite a tough place for himself, because he has fallen out with a lot of people who was actually supporting Sir King. I was a supporter of Sir King's. I'm not gonna bash him, and I'm gonna speak what's right no matter who it is. You know, I don't see him all wrong in this. The only thing I do have a problem with is him borrowing money. But they must have had established a relationship where he felt comfortable to do that and went to her, you know. And I don't know if he paid her back, you know, but if she loaned it to him, he needs to pay it back to her. But I don't know why everybody, you know, Sir King, is just your turn, buddy. Like I tell everybody else, it's time for them to drag your ass around, because you know what these streets give. So you can't be too mad. There are many people that become attracted to YouTubers and they send them money for special favors from content creators. Yeah, Viv, that's the truth. And she doesn't have a platform, so maybe she was paying him so she could use his platform. She could call in and cuss folks out. Like I said, not to my knowledge, Mama D has ever cussed me or did anything to me. I tend to put a stop to a lot of shit by just saying what I gotta say and leave. I'm not gonna go back and forth. So you're not gonna make money off of me, because I'm not gonna sit down here and go back and forth with you for the clicks and the views and the cash app and the super chat. That's just not me. But that's what this sector is about, and I'm all for it. When some good drama go down, hey, throw them a couple of dollars. There's nothing wrong with them. With it, you entertain. They entertaining us. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I don't think you should pay anyone to do you any special favor. And yes, it is weird for a young man to ask a stranger that could be mama age for money, an old stranger. You don't know how their relationship was, though, Duchess. We don't know their relationship for us to say that. I mean, it's strange to us. We wouldn't do it. It would be out of our character. But if they got that close and they had some type of bond, maybe he thought it was okay. It's weird for us because we wouldn't do it, you know? And when people say, well, how come he don't have no money? He old, and how can an old man? Let me tell you something. Young, old, in between, you run into some shit in life. And yes, you should have family or close friends that you can ask for help. But it don't always go that way. But I don't care what it is. You never know what you may run into and need some financial support. Whether I work 24/7, if I did, you know, and I have my own money, shit can happen and you may need a lending hand. You know, you may need a helping hand from somebody. So I'm not saying, why he's sitting right. You know, you guys, shit happens. It has happened to all of us. We have seen a lot of things happen to people on here, and they have come to YouTube for help. He ain't the only one now, right, Duchess? He's not the only one who has asked for help. He asked for help behind the scenes where we didn't see it. We have people who come to YouTube right in front of us and ask for help. They ain't ashamed. He just did his shit behind the scene, and she just revealed it. That's all. That's all. But I said the same on Jay Wilson, that the fake outrage is funny, knowing most of these. Yes, they would take the money. I would. I don't see him as a bad person. I really don't. I mean, Sir King is who Sir King is. But again, I don't feel sorry for Mama D either. I think that her children need to be checking to see what that lady is doing. Well, you know, your kids can't control you. Your kids really can't control you. You know, she's a grown woman. They probably used to their mother being independent, handling her business. She definitely not slow. She knows what's going on. She knows how to cuss your ass out too. And she also probably controls her own money. So what is her kids gonna say? Now, if her son really gets a hold to it or her children, then they may say something to her now. But prior to that, her kids probably don't even know she on no damn YouTube giving out money and taking on virtue sons and stuff. I have zero sympathy or empathy for either one of them, but the ish is just weird to me. Yes, it is weird. That's okay, Duchess. It could be. I don't feel sorry for her. Panel thirsty. I'm tired of see. Me too. I was like, God damn. People go on these world tours. Okay, we got it. He took your money. Y'all fell out. Let it go. But again, it makes for good TV. It makes for good TV because everybody have her on their panel and everybody want to know because we nosy over here. Like I said, I just didn't know what was going on because I haven't really been in the area, a lot, maybe for a month or more. Maybe for a month or more now. I've been hanging out other places, but I do always come back home. Where I started out. And I watched some foolishness. And between her and that other lady who's suing folks now for stalking her and tormenting her and doing all these things, causing her so much mental anxiety and physical. Between them, I've had enough. I've had enough of over here. I'll go back and I'll go to other areas because that one is just taking me out. That other one is taking me out, totally out. Oof. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, I can't do a few dollars isn't thousands of dollars though. She gave him thousands of dollars? Dutch, you said she gave him thousands of dollars? Or that's the narrative going around. Did y'all see proof that she gave him thousands of dollars? And then I know this will probably give him something to talk about, but again, I don't watch him and I ain't going back and forth. But you paid $6,000 to get your car fixed. What the flip was wrong with your car? $6,000? I heard he paid $6,000 to get his car fixed. Now I blew an engine on one of my cars. It didn't cost me $6,000. It cost me $3,000, but not $6,000. So I wonder what was wrong with his car. Oof. Ain't no relationship, Sir King, all about money. That could be true. Hey, Keisha, your fruits are in the labor you choose to plant your seeds. Exactly. Hey, beautiful. Glad to see you. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if my notifications go out anymore. And then again, at the end, I had started going down in views anyway because I don't come on as much. But I'm glad to see these people here. I noticed if you title something, people were running here, but I wasn't even talking about this mess till the very end. I was talking about how I believe we got scammed with that missing case. No, I'm pawning stuff before I ask strangers from a messy ass YouTube sector for money. Great. Now, I will never ask anyone from YouTube for money. I don't give a shit how bad I'll get. I'll go out there and trick before I ever ask these people for anything. And plus, I don't really do that too much. Nah, I don't borrow. But if I did, it wouldn't be people off YouTube because we saw what happened to a couple of people who came on YouTube and asked for money for whatever reason. They all got drugged through these YouTube streets. Yeah, for days until it was the next person time. I will live in the streets first because I have had mad day hit me too many times on YouTube and it's not going to happen to me. Yeah, when you know better, you do better. He knows better. He knows that this shit was going to get out. Sir King should have knew that this was going to get out. It was just a matter of time. Sir King charged for everything talking about, but he reports the beef sector every day. Make it make sense. Yeah, I don't know. They say anytime you report on it, you part of the beef sector. So, oh shit, Talent wrote something. She went on a world tour, then had the nerve to say, "Leave me alone." Yeah, that shit crazy. He yelling, "Leave me alone." 25.14 mark of Sir King's last video, he states, "It's not like I asked the woman for the money. He is clearly a pathological liar. Hey, Talent, did she produce receipts where he asked her? Huh? See, and we know receipts too is made up over here. So shit, you don't know what to believe over here. Talent 25.14 Marcus Sir. I don't really watch Sir King, but thanks for the info, Talent. I know you would know. You was a big supporter of Sir King's. Well, you support a lot of people, but I know you was over there at one point and something happened. So, some people fall out with a lot of people. I don't know. That lady gave him an allowance. What? An allowance? What the hell you say? I ain't know that. She not talking about nothing new. And I'm like, come on now. Let us know some new tea. Because she probably don't have any tea. Because they had established a relationship. They established a relationship. I guess she took him as a virtual son and she really liked him. Because she used to really, when I was over there, she would go to bat for Sir King. She would say she'd get her agency or whoever involved. If anybody messed with him, all he had to do is tell her. So she took a strong liking for Sir King. Now, I don't know if he took a strong liking for her or he just saw it as a money grab. I don't know. I can't say. The narrative is it was 3 G's, but I have no proof. Oh my gosh. That's 3 G's? Duchess, you never looked back. No, Duchess never did. Never did. And me either. Me either. No. Yeah, when I left, I left. And I used to be over there. I have even been on his panel. And like I said, he falls out with a lot of people for what reason, I don't know. And he tried to start something up with me. And I was like, dude, shit, didn't I tell you you ain't gonna make no money off me? Because I'm not gonna beef with you. I'm not gonna go back and forth. So you're not gonna make no money off me. And then when they see that I don't answer, they say what they want about me. I never know they even said it unless Diva come back and tell me. I wouldn't know because I don't watch them. She was on Jay Wilson's looking creepy. Why go live and you still hiding yourself? She was looking creepy. I know Diva said, go over there. And I said, girl, shit, I'm trying to learn this editing thing. I'm trying to get it where I'm making money. I ain't worried about these people. He said he hit something in the parking garage and then it was during the holiday season. So it cost you $6,000? Oh, he must didn't have any insurance or something. $6,000? Like I said, I put a new engine in my car. A new engine, 2 catalytic converters. Shit, I put a lot of money in my car and it added up to $6,000. But that was over time. So I don't know what kind of car he got. He probably have a Mercedes-Benz or, a Lexus or a Range Rover, something like that. And I ain't trying to throw shade or be funny. But I'm saying, of course, that much damage. You have to be driving something nice. He said, okay. Queen Diva. Hey, Town. Welcome to the show. Melissa. Hey, Melissa. Some of these people are broke. They don't have money like that. They just want to see their name on the screen to feel special. Oh, okay. I don't know. Like I said, he admitted he called her. Oh, yeah. Oh, he admitted he called her and asked her for money, Talent? I said I was going to ask her, King. And then I said, shit, I ain't getting in that mess. I don't care. Wow, he did ask her for money. Oh, for $250? Oh, and he paid her back? He said on Jay Wilson that he asked her for the money. Oh, yeah. He probably don't have family or something that helped him out. Damn. Did he pay her back, Talent? Y'all, did he pay her back her money? Because that was a loan. And rightfully, he should, no matter what happened. I don't care how many tours she go on. He should pay her back her money if he borrowed it. But if she gave it to him, nope. You gave it to me. Hey, Michi, what's going on, baby? When I'm done, I'm done. There's nothing for me to never watch a certain chat. Me either, Duchess. When I'm done, I'm done. Especially if I haven't done anything to you. Now, if I've done something to you and I take a second look at, hey, what did you do? Then I may say, well, damn, I apologize or something like that. But if I've never done anything to you and you just disrespected me or treated me like shit, you don't ever have to worry about me. It's too many YouTube channels on here that I could go to than to go to somebody else's channel who treated me like shit. Nah, it ain't happening. Yeah, Duchess, I remember that day too. Believe it or not, we all was over there supporting Heavy. I remember that day when he did that to you. And and you know what? I get it, you guys, that because check this out. No matter what you think, if you're a content creator over here and you dragging people, I don't care how big your platform get, how many alliances you make, eventually you got to turn against the people you made alliance with, because it's only a certain amount of people that beef, if you think about it, is only a certain amount of people. So eventually you have to come up with something to turn against each other. And we see that quite often. That's what you have to do. You have to continue to beef to stay over here and make money, because that's what drives the money. Think about it. That's what gets your bag. You have to beef. So eventually you go beef, now have I seen content creators haven't had a falling out over here? I may have seen some. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But okay. Then he said his money was in transit and something about Google check and something about a rental car. Well, Sir King, you know what? I think, this is not a Sir King drag or beat up, but he might have shot himself in the foot because he had a good spot at nighttime and he had a lot of people supporting him. But it's something about this YouTube beef sector. If you step on the wrong toes, and I know Kwani says it quite often, there's like gatekeepers over here. And I tend to believe that sometimes. And if you step on the wrong toes and you make enemies with everybody, then you lose out. Because he had a jumping little thing going when he first came on over there. Good entertainment. Everybody was over there, even though he said he's not the beef sector and he wasn't in the beef. He would let them drag your ass and keep the beef and the drama going because it was making money. But I think he just got into it with everybody and they was like, nah, you on your own. He only paid her back after we got on his behind. Oh, really? Y'all was over there telling him to pay her back? Or just because she was going on world tour telling everybody, he probably figured, well, damn, let me give her money back. Oh, she didn't take it. Now, Duchess says she wouldn't take it, Talon. 4 months later, he paid it back and his members gave the money. Oh, the members gave the money? Wow. Well, hey, guys, reality is you have some core supporters and supporters that will do anything for you to a certain extent. And he has supporters just like everyone else. And if they paid her back, they felt some type of way. And they figured, let's just give her money and shut her up. So did it shut her up? Is she still on tour? I don't know. Sir King said he paid her back and he said he was going to give her $500 for the $250 loan, but he was having trouble piecing the money together. So okay, he might, you know what, y'all? I ain't taking up for Sir King, but I am gonna say this, probably, and it may sound like it's in his defense. People hit hard times. He fucking human, y'all. He may have hit a hard time, asked her for the money. He may not have a good family connection or whatever, and he felt comfortable enough to ask her for the money. Y'all, it is what it is. Any of us, something could happen to us today or tomorrow, and we hit a tight spot. It doesn't matter what age you are. Shit happens. You can fall ill and not be able to make the money you make and don't have the money in the bank and you hit hard times. A lot of people are just a paycheck away from being homeless. So I don't look at people age and say, oh, he too old and he don't have any money. That's bullshit. Anything can happen, So watching that big head get deflated is kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, this ain't no beat up Sir King. It's just the fact that I saw Mama D and Diva and I was talking about it, making her rounds. And I was surprised she had turned against Sir King, but it can happen to any of us. You never know who's really in your corner and who's solid. But I don't agree because someone don't agree with me that I treat them any kind of way. You just don't agree with me. But like I said, he has some core supporters over there. And I believe some of his supporters, you know what? This is no lie, you guys. I'm not that big, but I know when you have a problem with some content creators, they're people who was once your supporter stop supporting you. They do. They stop supporting you because they figure they loyal to whoever the content creator you done had a problem with, and that's who they gonna support. They not gonna support you. And so that's part of the game too. You just got to know the game. I understand hard times. Let me see what Duchess say. Duchess is messy as hell. I love it though. Messy. I understand hard times, but he's such an arrogant, big-headed hypocrite who has clowned others, so sympathy is hard to come by. Like I said, I don't sympathize with neither one of them. I don't sympathize with him. It is what it is. He know the game. He know that at any given time, anybody who he good with today could turn against him tomorrow. Shit, he knew. Nothing lasts forever in life, period. But definitely not on here. See, I could be good with you today and tomorrow you could flip on me. And it seems like that's what happened. They've been good for a long time, and just, I don't know. So I'm going to drop this link right quick. If somebody want to come up, you're welcome to come up. If not, you already know I only do an hour. But yeah, we got to look out for scams. That's kind of mucked up though. God damn. Everywhere you turn, people are scamming you. Even with missing persons, they scamming you. Something so serious like that, they scamming us. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. But that's all I came on. I said I was going to come on more, just to get my feet wet. And so I could build up my viewership. If I see something, I'm going to say something. Y'all know how I do. I'll come down here and say my little bit and go ahead up, go ahead about my business. I was thinking, you know what? I was thinking the last kind of tiff I got into with somebody, and I went on their platform and I could, call them all kind of bitches, and then I came on my platform and called them all kind of bitches. I felt so stupid. I felt so stupid. I said, "Oh, Diva, that wasn't even like me." Oh, there's my queen. Hey, sissy poo.
Hey, Mz.Teavalocity in chat.
Hey, baby girl, you looking good.
Tiva, you gonna stop throwing me under the bus.
Did I?
Everything is
Because
Queen
for
Diva
real,
told
hey,
me. Queen Diva say, watch this.
Diva, Diva,
Yes.
Diva, please tell the truth. Don't you always tell me to watch it. I said, and she begged me, "Oh, girl, you just gotta go over this so and so." I said, I don't watch them, girl, but you gotta go over there and see so and so. I said, I just won't watch them, Diva. Am I lying?
You the one that put me in all this YouTube mess.
I know. And now I don't even. Well, I do. I still stay over here and watch sometime, but I'm just not as active as I used to be because I'm trying to do something different. But you know what? No matter what I say, I am gonna always like the beef sector because this is where I started out at, and these people
Mhm.
supported me. They
Right.
supported. They supported me. However, yes, I did lose support, and not before I started not coming on, but because I've had some differences with people, and people ride with their camp, and I don't belong to a camp, and it doesn't bother me. And that's how I keep myself. But people, I have lost support because, again, anybody in this beef sector, we all support the same people. We all have the same supporters. And so when you say something against another content creator, 9 times out of 10, if they like that content creator better, they not gonna fool with you. And so I know the game over here.
Right.
But I like the beef sector because this is where I started, and my supporters are over here.
And you are part of the B sector, believe it or not.
I am a part. Okay, you're absolutely right when you say it like
Right.
that. I am part of the beef sector. Perhaps I don't beef. I'm in the
Right.
beast sector. Just like I'm in the
Exactly.
world, but I'm not of the world.
Right. 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 Right.
That's how I
I got
explain it.
you.
I
I
use
got
that as
you.
a good analogy. But
Oh,
yes,
Miss Teavalocity, you look so cute.
oh, stop it. Thank you,
I
sis.
love the hair. I love the glasses and the lipstick.
Girl, you
Girl,
know.
you coming out your shell a little. God bless you.
Oh, now ain't that something? I'm coming out my shell a little bit. God bless me. She know I'm a play, Jane. She know
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
do
play,
like.
Jane. Mhm. You know I'm a play, Jane, but that's okay. It works for me. And I'm a
Yeah.
loner. But I told you guys I'm a loner too, so I wouldn't run with a pack. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be good at playing the YouTube game, the beef game now. I wouldn't be good at that because I just don't do that in my real life. So I would have a hard time even pretending to do that.
Right,
We
right,
are
right.
all look.
I
That's
love
what
Duchess.
Biz say. This velocity, like I say, we are on the B sector outskirts. Okay, all right, Viv. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, I guess I'm on the outskirts, but every now and then I was looking in and oh my gosh, y'all, I can't take much of I don't even want to mention it. Ugh.
Don't I know some
I
of it
just
is just
can't
too
take
much.
yeah, I can't take much more of her. I wish she would just go away. Because even when I do come over here and I hang somewhere and try to enjoy it, oh my God, this person comes on, it just fucking make me cringe. It's
I
just
know.
so old the story to this is some psycho shit that happened on here. And I'm like, oh, I can't take her very much more. I really
Yeah.
can't. But she won't go away because I went somewhere that I never go to today. And I said, oh, well, I'm working on some stuff. Let me pop this person on. I don't go. And Lord,
She was over there.
yep. And the voice
It's
was
all over. She's on the world tour too.
on a world tour too. But a lot of times when you have, you already know.
Look at
Y'all ain't giving me no shit. But
look.
listen, people, and this some serious stuff. This some serious stuff. When you have people for whatever reasons not doing well mentally, you know, and they have a lot going on and they come to YouTube, is basically to get attention. And any
Mhm.
attention is attention, good or bad. They just want attention. This is a lot of attention that they get. Me too. Look, Melissa said, "Me, I can't. Oh God, I wish she would just go away. I swear, she's making my life miserable when I do visit over here. Yeah, she's making my life. Yeah, look, I'll click on and say it. I mean, I just can't take much of her. It's like listening to her voice and watching her antics is driving me freaking crazy. That I just had to, oh, stop watching one of my buddies because I'm like, fuck, every time I turn
I
around.
think you wanted to go to the meet and greet and greet everybody and meet her.
See, now there you go, trying what me? You're a real bitch. Did you say I want to go somewhere and meet and greet people? Are
Yeah, I thought you was going to Orlando, girl, and at the meet and greet.
I don't even know about the meet and greet.
Uh,
Now don't
maybe.
come over here starting no shit on my channel. I don't know any.
Okay,
Listen,
I,
I
I'm
don't know
about to
what
step.
you're talking
I
about.
gotta step down, Miss Teavalocity. It's been a pleasure. I'm about to step down so
Yeah,
I
and I'm
can
about
just
to
crack
dial
up.
off. I don't even know what you're talking about. Really, no
So
me.
I could just. Oh, I thought we was gonna go to a meet and greet and meet some of the other content creators. I know Dovey is in charge. I'm gonna have to ask her about that.
Oh, Debbie is doing a meeting. I don't know now, but I don't have anything against Debbie. But no, I wouldn't be going to Orlando.
I know you didn't know, so I just figured I'll
Oh,
mention
you're
it.
trying to. You going, Duchess? Oh, I don't know about
You
that, but
know Dutch.
I don't
Dutch
have.
is not going. Duchess is not
Oh,
going.
I
If
don't have
Dutch is
anything.
going, I'm going.
Oh,
All right. Bye, Miss
I
T.
love you,
Velocity.
sis.
Back in the
You know
chat.
what? It would be nice to meet some people. I know that Harley Q and I and Diva bring your own toilet paper, though, huh? No,
I
y'all doing.
gotta go. I
Yeah,
gotta go. Dutch is doing too much. I gotta go
yeah,
find
y'all
the
trying
lab.
to start some shit. I don't know. I don't know anything about a meet and greet. But like I said, if Dubby's giving it, hopefully it turns out nice and they enjoy themselves. I don't have anything against Miss Dubby. Mm-mm. I don't put my shit in mess. I don't put my stuff in mess. I stay to myself. I didn't know anything about that. But sometimes you do have to bring your own toiletries. Two rolls? Ooh, huh? Yeah, that's possible. I don't. Y'all, I'm about to get the hell off here because it seemed like y'all throwing shade and trying to get me in some mess. Well, take two rolls of toilet paper. Do whatever you need to do. Orlando, did she say Orlando? That's a nice place. They got some nice places there. So maybe it'll be something nice. Well, go ahead, Miss W, with your bad self. I didn't know. I didn't know anything about it. Nope, I didn't. But hopefully, you all who's gone will enjoy yourself. I think she seemed like she could be a hoot, a bunch of fun. Mm-hmm. She probably a bunch of fun. I don't know. No, right now, and I'm just staying to myself. I don't think there's anything wrong meeting people, on YouTube. If you have a meet and greet, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know when I was in Atlantic City a couple of weeks ago, I had mentioned to Diva that I wish I would have known, Harley Q. I would have liked to meet her. I don't see her around. Everybody already know, we Jersey girls, that I would have loved to see her, meet her. It's some people that, I think would be pretty cool to meet, but when it comes to crowds, I tend to stay away from them, especially with a lot of women. I've always kind of shied away from that. I don't mind a couple of us, but when it gets to be a lot of women, I tend to shy away from that. I've always been like a loner. I had my best friend and I used to hang out. Now I got girlfriends and stuff, but besides that, it's never going to be crowds. I've never ran in crowds. I don't know if I ever told y'all I've never been to a concert. I've never been to a concert, you guys. I've never liked crowds, even young. Diva and them used to go all the time, and my sisters and my friends go to clubs with masses of people. I never liked it. Nope, I've never been to a concert and don't have no intentions on going to one. I just never liked crowds of people like that, you know? So I am kind of boring and corny, if you want to call it that, because I've never been. Now I do other things. I've been on cruises and stuff like that. Diva and I travel. We haven't traveled because of the C-19, but we normally go on a cruise every year. I do go to like barbecue cookouts and stuff like that. But when it comes to a lot of people, I just stay away from it somewhat. It's best to just go to Walmart and buy toilet paper. Yeah, I went to my first and only concert in 2019. Really, you know what? I wanted to go see Frankie Beverly, and wouldn't nobody go with me. They was telling me, "Oh, I ain't going to see Frankie Beverly." I said, "I want to go see Frankie Beverly and Maze. I really, really do. They never get old to me. You can always enjoy their music the rest of your life. They was just that type of group. But didn't nobody want to go. Oh, I go on cruises. Viv, me and Diva go on cruises every year. We just, in fact, we was offered to go on a cruise coming up, and I said no. I don't think I want to go. Now I do prefer land and air. I mean air and land. Yeah, I prefer flying somewhere. You have more liberty and more time to do what you want to do. With the cruise is a restriction. You spend 2 or 3 hours here, then you have to get back on the ship, which is always something going on the ship. They're fun, but I prefer for me to just go to a resort or wherever and do my own thing. Cruises is time. You just gotta. But we have cruised quite a bit. We've been to a lot of places, Diva and I, and we enjoyed it. But I said the next trip that we go on, we're going to go air and land, and I don't know when that'll be. Oh, the OJs. Oh yeah, I used to love the OJs. Yes. I have seen Frankie Beverly in DC, Germany, Maryland. You was in Germany? I was in Germany too. Maryland, you was in Maryland? I was in Maryland too. DC, I was in Maryland. I was in DC too. You must live around. Oh, well, no, don't say it, Viv, but everybody probably already know. I was about to say that must be your main area, DC and Maryland. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They always come to DC and Maryland. But did nobody want to go, like I said, and I think that was right after the pandemic, maybe, or before. And I couldn't get any of my girlfriends to go. They was like, no, I don't want to go. I was like, okay. That's the last person I know wanting to go see. But I'm gonna get out. Hopefully, we'll do something this summer. I don't know if Diva and I travel, but I know that I probably will be going on to Atlanta in June. I think in July, and I have a big wedding coming up. So I have two big weddings coming up. So I'm very excited. In fact, before I came live, I was looking for wedding dresses. Not for myself, not wedding dresses, but a formal dress to wear at wedding. I lived in Germany for 4 years too. And you originally from Southeast DC? Girl, Southeast DC. Boy, can I say a lot about Southeast DC is a rough one. Southeast DC is a rough one. Baby, I'm going to tell you, came from the West Coast here. Now, mind you, I raised my children in traveling because we was military, right? Came to the West Coast. Came from the West Coast. Was in Southeast DC, worked in Southeast DC. Them kids in junior high couldn't stand me. The parents couldn't stand me. They called me all kind of bitches. We go whoop your ass. My mama go beat your ass. They said, oh, girl, I had never been so many bitches by kids in my life. Just rude, disrespectful little motherfuckers, right? My mother go beat your ass. The mother would call me. Oh, you put my daughter out of school. You this and that. You be. I'm coming up there after school. And I'm going to whoop your ass. Who do you? I said, I went down to my principal. I said, let me tell you something. I said, now, if somebody come up here to do something to me, I'm definitely going to lose my job because I ain't going to let nobody put their damn hands on me. Now, I could be professional. I could do whatever we need inside of here. But if that person, mother, come up here to do anything to me, I'll probably lose my job because I'm definitely going to defend myself. Girl, they was some fucking oof. I ain't never. Thanks. Hey, bossy. Hey, my love. I have never seen so many rude kids in my life until I came back to the East Coast in the school system. And they were some raggedy ass little mofos. And I said, how could you call me so many bitches and you can't even read on 3rd grade level? I said, but you could call me a bitch. And then the parents will want me to fill out all kind of forms for them to get SSI for ADHD and all that. For girl, please. I said, I will never but I did tell a story. After working there, seeing how many children that couldn't read on the 3rd grade level, and I already knew they was going for that prisoner pipeline. And it's a known fact that if a child can't read or is not at a certain academic level in 3rd grade, they are doomed, basically, right? So I said, damn, this can't happen to our kids. I just never had seen anything like it. And I told the story about how I opened up my center. And that's what made me open my center, because I was amongst so many children in middle school that could not read past the 3rd grade level. And I couldn't think, what the hell is happening? Why is this so much? But again, demographic area has a lot to do with the education you'll receive. And we all know that, right? Okay. I grew up at 17th and Morris Road, then moved to Newcomb Street. When I went back, I taught at Johnson's Junior High School. Oh, did you? All right, Viv. I know what you're talking about. Viv, it's rough. Isn't it rough here? Very rough. And I always tried to catch you early. I don't know, Duchess. I might be behind. And I'll tell you another thing too. You almost feel sorry for children that's stuck in a cycle. And a lot of times I've always said this, and I really feel this way. If some of these children was able to go abroad and study and to go to different states and live, states that's a little different, they will want to do better. But because they caught up in a vicious cycle, they don't know any better, so they don't do better. Now, it's not every kid here, and that's anywhere, but I'm talking about here. I've always wished that these kids could be taken out of this demographic area and placed somewhere else so they could see something different. Because a lot of times we get caught up in that vicious cycle. And if you don't know any different, you can't do any different. And that's how I feel. And see, my kids wasn't raised like that. My children was not raised in an area, and I made a vow too that I wouldn't go back to certain areas to raise my children because I knew they probably wouldn't have a fighting chance. It's just, guys, it's the truth. We hate to admit it. The kids who have trouble learning to read, I've always tried to catch them early. Yeah, really. You know what? I was so hard. I said this when I had my son. I was really hard on those kids. And a very good, educator of mine is really, really close to me said, wow, you're really kind of hard on them. You expect your, preschoolers to do this? I said, absolutely. Absolutely. And they're going to do it before they leave here. I said, because I believe that's the reason why. They don't need to know that. I said, yes, they do need to know that. They do need to know sight words in pre-K. Yes, they do. They do need to start working on bottom line of multiplications or adding and subtractions. Yes, they do. Because they're capable of doing it. So, and I know that because I test them and I teach them. You know what I mean? So I know they was capable of doing it, but she used to think I was teaching too hard, and she'd been a teacher for umpteen years and thought I was kind of hard with my kids. Hold on. Okay, you guys, I did say I don't stay on past an hour. I'm an hour and a half, but I'm having such a good time. Let's see. Hey, bossy baby, I hope you are doing well. We saw how the children were a product of their families, right? The children had not been out of the neighborhood. I hated them raggedy ass teachers that didn't care. Too, Viv, I've learned this too. And I had a hard time, but I have had several discussions about this. And it's the truth. A lot of this shit is systematic. It's purposely done. Those teachers have to teach to a standardized test. So they know in their heart that their children aren't receiving the best of education that they can give. But because their hands are tied, you have to teach. You have to teach to that standardized test. And because every child is capable of learning. I say that all the time. They capable of learning unless they really have a real challenge, if you know what I mean, like retardation or something like that. Is the style. Is the style in which they learn. So I believe in many, many cases, 99.9% children are able to be educated and they are capable of learning. You just need to know how to teach them. And it's certain levels. Everybody don't learn on the same level. So, yep, the parents don't know how to read. I've had parents that didn't know how to read that. I have sent stuff home and had to really explain it to them because they didn't know how to read. Yeah, and that's just not Southeast DC. I'm not just talking about DC. I'm talking about a lot of places that have people that look like you and I. It's systematically done, it's purposely done to make sure that we don't excel to a certain level. And is a challenge. And a lot of times we miss the challenge because a lot of children come from broken homes. So they have one parent trying to do it all and can't put that quality time into teaching their children themselves. So we leave it up to the schools. And if the schools say, Johnny, something is wrong with Johnny, you tend to believe it. And then some parents don't want to see it. I know parents to this day that I know something is wrong with their children and they're behind and there may be a little autism or something going on, but they don't want to believe it. So what you do? You don't know what to do, right? I have kids that I worked with from DC, and the formal students and parents call and thank me for pushing their children. I'm telling you, some people didn't like. Oh, let me read Bossy's Dr. Diva. The educators who push the kids to their fullest potential are the most memorable, and that is true. I was about to say that. Thank you, Bossy. Some parents didn't like me because they didn't like my attitude or whatever, but they knew that their children was getting a good getting a good preschool education. They knew that for a fact. And they have told me that they didn't like me. They have told me, they talked about me, but they didn't take their kids out of my center, their child out of my center, because they knew their child was getting a quality education, and they knew I pushed those kids because I knew they could do it. I didn't believe in just playing, even though they developed through play. There's a lot that they learned through playing. I didn't believe in just playing in television, you know? And if you wasn't capable of teaching them, then you couldn't work for me. I need my kids to learn. I've seen it. I know, you know? And so it was difficult because some of the parents didn't like me, but they sure thanked me in that graduation time. Sure did. They would come right up to me, give me gifts and everything. Yep. Said, I'm taking my kids out. I said, baby, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. I have a list. People are waiting to come here. Children are waiting to get in here. So you go ahead and take because you liking me is not going to affect me. It's going to affect your child. And I had them bring them back. Sure did. Had them bring them back. We said, look at how they wasn't coming back. Oh no, we know our children are getting the best of, pre-K education here. So we decided we just was gonna leave, her here or leave him here or da-da-da. Oh, I'd have had them call me all kinds of things too, baby. Come up there talking about they was gonna fight me. The fathers, the mothers, they was gonna fight me. I said, okay. I said, you go right here. This father cussed me out so bad, called me all kinds of names. And he came up there and he bust through the door. I said, didn't know my son lived right down the street from my center. My son bust up in there, said, let me go in my trunk. Oh boy took his son and got the hell up out of there. He said, Ma, you having a problem? I said, not really. I said, but this parent seemed to want to talk to me any kind of way. He said, let me go in my trunk. I'll be right back, Ma. Father took that little baby kid and got the hell out of there. Sure did bring him back. Yeah. But anywho, I have had a great time. Thank you all for joining me. Please make sure you hit the like. I am way beyond my hour, but I have thoroughly enjoyed this. And again, it started out talking about a possible scam. Don't forget to check Ratchet TV out if you really want to know about what's going on with this case of the missing Felicia Johnson and her dad. Because allegedly, she may not be missing. Allegedly, she could have been sold or ran into a bad John or whatever. But anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to read this one and I'm going to get out of here, you guys. I show my little cousins on Easter, and all those children are what I call Black excellence. All of those children are on the AB honor roll. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, my messy co-host, Duchess. I appreciate it, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Let me find my cue music. Thanks for joining me. Hit that like if you didn't hit it on your way in. Please hit it on your way out. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. And Vivian, we'll rap about that. Thank you. We'll rap about that education thing too. I suppose we getting with HB, what, TC the HBC queen. I haven't seen her, but I haven't been around. So how am I going to see her, right? I keep telling her, I haven't seen you. I haven't been around to see anyone. Okay, if you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it out. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princes and your princesses. They are joint futures. They are heirs. They are looking to inherit something other than stress, drama, and mess. As always, be a blessing, not a bother. It doesn't take much to bless someone. Simple, hello, how are you? You look cute today. Oh, I love your hair. Can I grab that bag for you? Here's a couple of dollars. Have yourself some lunch on me. I'll buy that cup of coffee. You have a beautiful, radiant smile. Your skin looks flawless. Just anything. It doesn't take much. You don't never know what to bless a person. You don't know what they're going through. So with that being said, I appreciate everyone. And keep this in mind when you visit my channel, Positive Vibes Only. Thank you. Somebody else wrote a comment down here. Thanks. Appreciate it. Y'all, peace and be safe.